In 1968, Lionel B. Richie Jr. was an economics major at the then Tuskegee Institute. A smart guy with a business future. Little did he know it would be in the music business. In the late 70s with the Commodores and in the 80s as a solo act, Lionel Richie became one of the most successful performers in the world. It was Tuskegee where he would come back to hide from fame, or at least he would try. Did you ever go back to Tuskegee and kind of run away from the world?
It got to the point where probably right after All Night Long, right after Hello, going back to Tuskegee became an event opposed to a place where I could hide out. Right after All Night Long with the Olympics, I tried to sneak back into town, and I remember I came in at 12 o'clock at night to kind of get to my house. The next thing I know, the mayor was coming up the driveway. I mean, I had a proclamation sitting at the top of the driveway. Johnny Ford, exactly right there. Lionel, whereas Lionel Richie. And I realized I don't think I'm going to be able to sneak back to Tuskegee.
At the top of his game in 1987, he did go back to Tuskegee to be with his sick father. It was the toughest times of his life.
My dad called on the phone and said, "Son, I'm not feeling well. I'm going to go to the doctor and check it out. Would you go with me?" My dad's never said that before in his whole life. This is a military guy. Okay, this is the toughest, roughest guy. I've never seen him sick a day in his life. And we got the news that, you know, it's not going to be good. And I didn't want to do the next album because I want to be there. It's a funny thing when you stop and you think it's for the right reasons. Well, also when I stopped, my marriage fell apart. And during that period of stress, the doctor checked my voice and he said, "You know, you got polyps on your vocal cords." In other words, the more I was slowing down, the more I realized, wait a minute, what the heck, I'm falling apart. So what ended up to be a year off became 3 years off by the time I went through that whole drama of my life story. But I must tell you, it was probably, as I look back on it, the thing that saved me.
With his country duets project now #1 for the second week and selling hundreds of thousands of copies, it's yet another example of Lionel making it to the top his own way.
This album is a celebration of every song they told me would ruin my career.
Lionel's music is colorblind. Growing up in Tuskegee exposed him to plenty of R&B and soul, but he also got a big dose of country and pop. Musically, he was both black and white.
I didn't know I was politically incorrect by saying Paul McCartney. You know you're in trouble when you walk into an R&B station with Easy. Okay, now here's the problem. Okay, and the guy said to me, "Lionel, we can't play that, it's too white. I'll carry it over to the white station," which I thought was just another radio station. They played it. Now the next thing I said, okay, let me go back. I wrote a song called "Just to Be Close to You." Okay, Lionel, we can't, that's perfect for R&B, Lionel. Lionel, that's too black. I'm having a problem. All the songs that were going to ruin my career went around the world. Oh my God.